Good evening, everyone. I'm Jean-Philippe Bousselin, and you're watching the V8 Sprint Series here at beautiful Daytona International Speedway. I have the privilege of be sitting in this room with V8 superstar Bill Switzer. Hey, Bill, how's it going?
I don't know about the superstar part, but thanks a lot, JP. Pleasure to be with
Don't be modest, mate. All right, in the background, doing all the camera stuff and the broadcasting is Sam Bizon. Bill, Daytona. We've raced a couple times here. I can't remember. I think you've done the endurance one a couple years back, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay, from your experience, what's the hardest part of this track that the drivers are going to face today?
Well, compared to last week, this is a wide open, fast track, and I think the biggest problem here is tires. The tires have a tendency, if you're not careful, to go away quickly, and they get very hot. So depending on the track's situation here, that's going to be the biggest hurdle that these guys have to climb.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tire management will be paramount here, I guess. Yeah, okay, well, we'll see how these guys are going to handle it. It's going to be pretty interesting. I'm told we're missing the North American NQR team today because they are at Watkins Glen. But the rest of the usual suspects, as Clyde would say, are here. This means pretty interesting racing all around. I wanted to go around the last, not the last round, but Sprint Series scoring as it currently stands. All right, so we got Tony Kloosterman leading with a 65 points run on Johnny Brandon. So, what do you think, Bill? Is that an opportunity for Brandon on this run, getting the points in?
I don't. I think this is a test and tune for those guys. To be perfectly honest with you, he is looking at the official series. I would say more, but it's a good time to test the car under race conditions and see what he's got. Of course, with some of the NQR guys missing today, he's really not going to have a head-to-head battle with them. But I think he's going to find a lot of stuff out that Tony's going to be missing out by not being in this race. But Tony had a chance to go to Watkins Glen for the Winston Cup, or not Winston anymore, the Cup cars and the Xfinity cars at Watkins Glen. And, you know, what the heck, you got to go to those once in a while. So good for him.
That's right. Good for him. Yeah, good for them, actually.
That's correct. Them.
But I mean, at the front, we still got Harold Stadler, George McClay. There's still good racing to be had, I guess, for him. So, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll see how it goes.
Yep, anything can happen. Johnny obviously is the hot shoe at the moment, but things change very rapidly, so you never know.
Indeed, they do. Indeed, they do.
And of course, as you mentioned, George McClay, and of course we have Jamie McKnight here. He doesn't seem to be quite up to song yet. He's been away for a while and kind of away from supercars, but that'll come back to him. And also, like you mentioned, Harold Stadler. Harold is definitely a dark horse. He's going very fast. He's had a couple bad breaks come his way, but I think this season he will get a win.
Okay. Well, I'll take you on that word. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's good to see McKnight back on the track. You're right. Very good driver as well, and clean as well. So
for sure,
we'll see what he can do today on this track. Still 5 minutes left to qualifying. He's currently sitting in 7th position. Let's see if he can improve that time. George McClay currently has the best time, 1:43.9. 2 tenths in front of Warmingham.
Yeah, 1:43.8 is a very good time here for that, and he's let's see, Johnny's a little bit. Oh, wait a minute, Johnny Brandon. Let's see.
What's up?
Oh no, he's at 1:44. Sorry. Yep, I was looking at practice. Beg your pardon.
No worries, mate. There's quite a few people in the 44s right now. It's pretty tight on the top.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and the remaining 5 cars are within 1.5 seconds, so I'm hoping we're gonna have good battles all around.
I think so. And of course,
Yeah.
Johnny is a very clever guy. He has a tendency to hold back and not necessarily show all his cards right away.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I think when if you're a driver of his skills and you're running for points and you're driving, okay, let me rephrase that. What I mean is when you're driving in the top 5 of this league, there's obviously a hell of a lot of competition, so you really have to drive with your head, and not only, you know, it's not only about skills, it's also about racecraft quite a lot.
Oh, no doubt
So,
about that. You are absolutely correct.
right. So you really have to sometimes, you know, hang back a little bit and think about what you're doing, what your next move is going to be, and especially when it's going to be. And
For
especially on
sure.
this track, you know, with that long straight at the end, where all the position can just change in a minute.
Yeah, might be a little drafting right along that section. What do you think, JP?
I think there's going to be quite a lot.
Absolutely.
Although the drafting in this car, correct me if I'm wrong, Bill, but it's not as present as other cars. It's still there, and it's still very much there when you're on a kilometer-long straight with a couple cars in front and behind you.
Sure. For sure. Yeah, obviously, if you look at the wing on the back of this compared to, for example, a GT3 car, heck of a lot of difference.
Definitely, yeah.
This car is a handful to drive. I'll tell you, it's a very tricky car to drive. Some say it's probably the most difficult one on the service. It definitely is for me because I don't do very well in these, but it's a heck of a lot of fun, that's for sure.
It's a challenge. It's a very challenging car, that's for sure. That's also what makes this series really interesting. Because, well, at some point when you're learning the car and you're finally able to have fights with people, that's where it starts to become really interesting. And on the broadcasts, you can really enjoy the battles a lot more, because you know that these guys are really, I mean, they need a lot of skills to overtake and having close battles.
For sure. That you can't get away with anything in this car. And when,
That's
when
right.
you're up close and personal with somebody, it's so easy to run into somebody or lose it a little bit and contact, and it just happens. It's almost like a stock car in the United States. It's a it's a contact sport, and we try not to have that happen, especially maliciously. But it's going to happen, especially with this car.
Absolutely, yes. Okay, and we're about to finish qualifying, last lap. Um, I'm not sure I mentioned that, but this evening we're going to have 3 races, 3 20-minute sprint races. 2 of them, obviously not the first one, but the next 2 will be full reversed, including drivers on the who are on the lap down. Oh, sorry, I can't talk tonight. What's going on? Jesus.
That's okay. I guess those full reverse ones, JP, are going to show who has racecraft and who does.
Yep, exactly. So the first race will be morning conditions, pretty low temperature. Let's have a look. We're currently having 19 degrees Celsius.
Okay, I'll tell you, I don't think Daytona surface is ever that cold, but yeah, that's a lot cooler than normal. That's
Okay. Okay, I'm seeing Mike Knight on his last lap right now.
Yep, he's on the oval heading for home. Out of turn 4 on the stock car track.
Okay, so we got a minute to go.
He didn't improve his time at all that time. Jamie's currently 6th in the lineup. We got George first, 143.9. Johnny Brandon's picked it up a little bit. He's up in second, 144.1. That puts him like 2/10 short of McClay. That's pretty decent. And Rich Warmingham right behind him at 144.15. That's excellent. Harold's not too far behind either. Harold Stadler, 144.4. And one of our new members, Patrick Charette, 144.6. So we got a good mixture here. They're all pretty close.
Oh, absolutely. As I was mentioning before, the top 10 is almost all in the 44s except for Mark Ley, who's in the 43s for 143.9, as you was saying. It's gonna be packed. It's gonna be tight racing.
Oh yeah.
I'm already enjoying myself just seeing this screen.
Absolutely. Yeah. Looking forward to it. This is going to be fun.
As we are about to get to the grid. And Maclay is already on it. That's really good to see him, on pole, not having the usual ones.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing for a change. George has been very close from the beginning of this season, and it's good to see him on the pole.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. I've seen other drivers on the last couple of rounds, having good chances at winning, getting unfortunate on some crashes, unfortunately, but we'll see if they learn from those mistakes and hopefully have a better result on this one.
Exactly. Did I misread the results? It looks like Johnny Brandon's in the second row. Oh, it's staggered. Okay, I'm sorry.
His second row, yeah. So let me run down the order once again, if we have time. We got George McLean pole, followed by Johnny Brandon, Richard Walmingham, Harold Stadler, Patrick Charret, then Jamie McKnight, Lane O'Connor, sitting in 7th, then Steve Leveille, Dave Jensen, then Gary Croft, Clyde Whiting, the series admin, in 11th position, Ole Christian, and that's all we have time because we're going to go to the green flag right now. And off we go. Oh, very good start for Rich Warmingham. Almost on the side of McLeay there, going into turn 1. Oh, who's off? Oh, Jamie McKnight is off. Didn't catch the wall, fortunately. Good for him. It's dropped a couple positions though. And that's a clean start for everyone. We've got side by side on this terrifying left-hander with Dave Jansen.
Car 401 slid off in the first turn there. 998's off as well.
Oh, also we had contact with Steve.
Sorry, JP, I'm having some video problems. If you can take over, please.
That's no problem, mate. Yeah. I just saw contact with Steve Leveille. It was... Oh yeah, he clipped the grass on this left-hander and got into Clyde, who then hit the wall. Not a good start for them. They're probably going to have to repair that, but they have they have a free repair available, so they might gonna want to park it and have it repaired for free. Okay, we'll have a look if they go to the pits next time around. Going back to the front, it's pretty straight up. I see Richard is not trying to have a look, just staying behind for this moment. Oh, and Brendan takes the first position on Maclay, who just make a right mess of the turn one.
Yep. Johnny put a good move on him there.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what's going on behind?
Stadler. Oh, baby.
Whoa.
Big mess up in turn 3.
What happened there? I think Stadler was slightly hit from behind, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, Stadler got into Lane O'Connor, spun him around, and
he was hit
all hell
by
broke.
Patrick Charay.
Yep.
He hit Stadler, and then that started a chain of events. That's unfortunate.
Really.
Fortunately, the top 3 managed to avoid that.
Yep.
It was behind. Stadler still going. We might have slight damage. The problem on this track, Bill, is that you need so much speed that when you have damage, well, unfortunately, your top speed is really not as good. So you could lose a lot of positions on the straight.
That's for sure. Yep, Harold Stadler still in 4th. Looks like he's about 0.8 of a second behind the leaders at least when they cross the line. Anyway, I don't know what it's like now. Copy. Thank you.
Okay, we hear that's 4.3 seconds behind. Gary Croft now trying to get advantage. Ooh, as he clips the grass. It's so easy to do in that car. Right. Looks like Clyde did the repair, and he's now back on track. Just in front of Steve. Okay, so Brandon's still leading. Maclay right behind him and Warmingham as well.
Okay, Jamie McKnight's coming out of the pits after a repair. He's back on track.
Oh, thanks for that, mate. Okay.
Uh-oh, almost spun it. Wow. Hang on, Jamie.
Hang in there, buddy. Oh, I think Maclay's setting up a move there. Going for the lead. He tries to go to the outside. He's got the run.
Good battle right there. Yep, pulling up alongside.
He's got a good run there.
He's gonna, I don't know about this first turn though. Let's see. Wow, he's holding tough.
Oh, good stuff. Very good stuff there.
Oh,
well
yeah.
defended by Brandon.
And Rich Warmingham's licking his chops, just hoping these two guys kind of have a little problem. He can zip right through.
That's what I was going to say, actually, yeah. He was watching him probably. Go on, guys, crash.
For sure.
Real good battle there. As the rest of the field is pretty much spread up. We've got Erling Bomer right on the tail of Dave Johnson. Dave Johnson, he seems to struggle a little bit there. not
Johnny.
not his usual pace. Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah, Johnny Brandon seems to have better acceleration out of the corner than George McClay. I don't know. I might be seeing things wrong, but boy, it sure looks like he's. Oh, here comes George again making a bid through the bus stop.
He's all over his back, trying to mentally pressure him, I guess.
Yep.
Just saying, hello, I'm here. I'm still there, you know.
Exactly.
And there's another chance. This time on the inside. Let's see how this goes. Going into turn one. Oh, hard on the brakes. Oh, very well done. That's a good move. He made it. That's a brilliant move from McClay there.
Dave Jansen's all over Bomer at this point.
Yeah.
Pushing him hard.
Yeah, so Bowman just overtook him then. He was behind before, the lap before.
Yeah, but we know Dave. He doesn't like that.
Oh no. He's certainly not gonna quit without a fight. Does he have any damage?
Yeah, he appears to have damage on the
on the
right front
big
headlight section. Yeah.
You're right. That's probably why he's not at, on his top today. He's gonna be suffering from aero penalty there.
For sure. Yeah, Bomer's pulling away on the open track portion. That's right.
Okay. So the top three still fighting. We're still halfway through the race, so there's still plenty of time to make actions. But I'm telling you, they're going at it like there's no tomorrow, mate.
Boy, that's a terrific battle up front, I have to say.
And you're right. Johnny seems to have much more grip, or maybe much more confidence going out of the corners.
I wonder maybe if he's got a little more gear in there than George does, possibly.
It could be. It could be that he's not sliding the tires as much. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, higher gearing can really make a difference. It might seem a little bit slower, but you really save that tiny little bit of tire slide coming in and out of the corners. Well, mostly out, and it saves you the tires a lot more. And oftentimes, well, you just go faster.
Yep, for sure. I know that very well because I try to step on the go pedal all the time, and it doesn't always help you in the right places. Oh, Johnny's moving up high on him.
Yeah. And here we go for round 3.
Oh, look at Warmingham.
Oh, they're all three. The 3 of them are there. That's beautiful.
Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, Rich was being cautious there.
Yep, back
Very
up.
good move. Yeah. He's still waiting for an opportunity. He's being smart there.
He's hanging in with him really well.
Yeah, it's just as you said. I mean, it only takes a small mistake, and he's gonna be through, and it's done and dusted.
Excellent driving by these guys.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see if he makes a move on the last 2 or 3 laps. We'll have a look on that. Oh, looks like the tires are starting to degrade a little bit because I see people sliding around a lot.
Yep.
Also, the temperature went to 21 degrees Celsius now. It's 3 degrees hotter. Okay, down the field, well, I see another battle between Clyde and Clyde Whiting and Dave Jensen.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
yes. Slidey Whitey. As yeah, Dave just took advantage on that corner, the one before the banking.
He did it, pulled out pretty well right there.
Yeah, it's a tough one to be honest. In my small
Absolutely.
experience, it's really tough to keep the car straight and not lose the rear on that one. You have to be really, really careful on the go pedal, as you would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. It's almost like walking on eggs. You got to be so gentle.
I mean, isn't that the story of this car, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You have to be on your toes all the time.
You start stabbing the pedals on this car, you're in trouble.
Definitely. And that's exactly what Burma did, and he went around. It's turn 4, I believe.
Yep.
He's back on track, no damage done. But we got Seb Talagrand behind him now. And he's gonna try to get that position, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I believe Seb's a new driver. I don't remember having him around.
No, I was going to ask you. I believe he's new as well.
It's
Well,
good
whatever.
to see. Go on, dude.
Whatever. Welcome, Seb.
Yeah, welcome, mate. If you watch this back, it's good to have you here. It's good to have new drivers around.
Yep. We hope you hang in there for a little bit. You'll never get bored in this series, let me tell you.
That's for sure. And he's not doing bad as well. He's sitting in 7 positions
No,
with a good
no,
chance of having the 6th position.
he's doing very well.
Props for him.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Okay.
Boy,
in
this
P5.
battle up front is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Johnny almost got into the back of George just then.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to do a little love tap as a wake-up call.
If I remember, JP, you're an artist at that. I remember that.
You might think that, but that was never intentional.
No, I know.
They spread out a little bit now.
George got a good blast out onto the oval that time.
It's got a really good run.
That's a tough corner right there. That's a really critical corner to come out of too, as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just when you get a good head of steam, you got to go through the stupid bus stop.
The stupid bus stop. Oh man. I'm watching just a bit behind, and I think there's an incoming battle between Harold and Gary Croft there.
Great.
We'll come back. We'll come back later. We'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Okay. Going up at T1. Oh, Brandon very late on the brake. How has he done that? Oh my god. And there you go, there's the love tap. Slight touch on McClay. But that braking on turn 1 from Brandon, Wow, did you see that, Bill?
I missed it, but I tell you, that's you. I know you've raced here. That's a really. I mean, you're coming in a full head of steam into that corner, and it's a decreasing radius turn, and that's a tough area, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, couldn't say it any better.
And you run out of road in a hurry when you get around those little tires on the corner too.
Mm-hmm. It
Boy,
just broke so late. Yeah,
I'll
go on.
tell you, George really shoots out of that turn. I'm not sure whether that's 7 or 8 back onto the oval.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be a lot better on this one than the other
Yes, he
two.
does. That gives him an advantage on these straightaways too.
Yeah, and for that very reason, Brendan is usually not right at the back of his on the next turn.
That's
And
right.
it's much harder to make a move, you know? And you see that Brendan is trying everything, like cutting corners on the bus stop as well. I'm
Yep.
surprised he didn't have a slowdown for that.
Now look at how he gains on him right here, coming down this straightaway to the start-finish line.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
really gaining. Look at that, right up on him. There
Oh,
we
and
go.
there we go.
That's a tough pass on the outside there.
Oh, and there he goes, braking very late again.
Oh, he's off the. Whoa.
How is it just hang on to the wheels? Jesus, it's crazy. It's amazing.
He's arcing that thing right off the side of the track there, actually.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Yeah, I
he
think
held
the
on to it.
tires will be screaming now.
Well, I don't know about you, JP, but I have a feeling Johnny's giving it all he's got right now.
He's 100%, man, I tell you.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
that's beautiful to see.
It really is. Rich is kind of fading away from him a little bit at this point. Of course, if they make a mistake, he's close enough, he can get right by.
Yeah.
Is this the last lap?
There's one more lap. There's one more lap, Sam just said.
Okay.
So there's still a chance for him. We never know.
Well, who's ever watching, hang on. This is going to be a good one.
As Steve and Clyde were fighting a bit further down the field.
Ah, okay.
Coming on that very corner you don't like, Bill.
Uh-oh. Getting close.
Yep.
Johnny's really on the go pedal right now.
Yeah,
Great corner. Wow, close.
It's now the time to give it all. I mean, he's going to be determined to get this first place.
Absolutely.
It's right there. He knows he can do it. Just trying to go on the very edge and trying his best to make it stick.
He's arcing in there really deeply, I'll tell you. Here comes George's corner. Let's see if Johnny can stay with him here.
Oh, and this time around, not having a bad run on this corner.
No, Johnny's a lot closer this time.
Yeah. He might be able to make a move on this one. Let's see if he waits or not. He's going for it. He's going for it in the bus stop. Let's have a look.
He backed out early. He's probably going to try to make a run coming out.
Interesting. Oh,
Whoa.
no! Oh!
Oh!
Jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, and his engine blown as well.
Did he end up in the fence? I missed it.
Yeah. He lost it coming out of the bus
bad.
stop, and that's too bad for him. Oh, that's a shame.
Look at Rich
He must
coming.
be furious.
Look at Rich. Whoa.
Oh, God,
Oh, Rich.
Oh, my God, Rich takes the first position. That's incredible.
He got it.
That's
Good
incredible.
job.
That's just what I was saying earlier.
Wow.
Oh, that's just amazing. Croft just got Stadler as well on the last lap.
Oh my goodness.
Holy, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. And Erling Böhmer crossing the line in 6th place. What a finish! Oh my lord. Incredible.
That was. Nobody could say that wasn't exciting. Holy mackerel,
Oh, you're right. You're right, Sam Clyde is just... did he got Steve? He got him, yeah. Oh my, incredible. He never stops. Okay.
Yeah, it looked like Rich was on Afterburner. Oh my god, I can't believe how fast he went by. Wow. Amazing.
He might did a few modifications on the car, you know? A little bit on NOS.
Yeah, there you go.
It reminds me of that story we were talking about a long time ago. I don't know if you remember, Bill, about you remember those old Porsches back in the day where they would have they would have a space on the engine just for the nitro.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
What a story and what a race! Oh my god, that was just
that was totally
incredible.
amazing.
Wow. And look, Rich is doing the donuts. Well-deserved win for him. He takes the first place on the last lap, on the straight. Oh my, brilliant. So Rich takes the win here at Daytona for his first race. George McClay get the 2nd place. Johnny Brandon, unfortunate with this with the last incident, got 3rd as anyway, so pretty good anyways. Gary Croft just got Haro Stadler, same thing on the last second there. So 4 for Gary Croft and 5 for Haro Stadler. Erling Böhmer takes 6, Ole Christian 7, Sepp Talagran 8. Dave Janssen is sitting in 9th position, followed by Clyde Whiting and Steve Lavallee in P11, followed by Jamie McKnight in P12, Lane O'Connor P13, Andrew Hoffman P14, and Patrick Charret had to retire 9 laps before the end. He's sitting in P15. Wow.
Well,
so yeah, what did you think, Bill?
Well, I'll tell you, if you ever asked what was going to happen, I could have never answered that. That was terrific.
Oh my, that's just incredible. And this isn't even the main series, you know? It's the sprint one. It's just amazing.
Terrific.
And remember, the next round will be reversed. So there might be carnage or not, but there's going to be a lot of action, that's for sure.
That's a possibility.
It's always a possibility, but
I get with you on the broadcast, guys. We have Nikolai asking if George ran out of fuel. What do you think about that?
That could be.
Did George run out of fuel? Oh, it could be. Let me look at the replay.
He was pretty slow at the end of the straight.
Yeah. You might have it, Sam. It might be right.
It's maybe a good question to ask to George at the end of the 3 races if you want to come for an interview.
Good thinking.
Yeah, it could be that he run out. I've heard him saying something on the chat. Yeah, it could be. I'm not so sure because it didn't looks like he held on at the end. But yeah, we'll have to ask him on the interview.
Well, I kind of heard him talking to Johnny, I think, on chat, and he was saying something about some kind of, I guess, the incident between them, but I didn't hear him mention he ran out of fuel, so I'm not quite sure what.
Yeah, we'll ask him. We'll sort it out when he goes for
Yep.
the interview.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so we'll move to next race. We'll have a short break before race 2, and we will get back for you in about 10-15 minutes.
Okay, that'll work. Got
Cool.
it.
Be sure to stay tuned, guys. Thank you, Sam, for that.
Stay tuned, everybody. The next one could even be more exciting, so hang
It's
around
gonna
if you
be.
can. Absolutely. Great job, JP. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Sam. See you in a bit. Welcome back, everyone, to the round 2 of the V8 THC Sprint Series. I'm sitting here in the booth with Bill Switzer. Hello back, Bill.
Hey, GP. Hi, Sam. Welcome back, everybody.
And obviously, Sam Buzyn is here with us as well, doing the camera stuff and all the background engineering. So, guys, race 1 was really eventful, to say the least. We've got Rich Warmingham getting the win at the last second. Pretty incredible stuff. How do you think this is gonna go, Bill?
Well, I think it's going to kind of be total chaos, but we'll see.
Okay, that's at least you're being honest, you know. Okay, so this grid will be fully reversed. Which means, hang on a bit. Okay, I can't find me results from the last time around. Who's starting on pole then, Sam? Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay. Okay. No, I think you're right. Yeah.
And I had my mic off, so nobody hears me again. Clay will really bash me up for that. But now it's
It's
on.
alright, it's alright.
Yeah,
Carry on.
I was saying, Patrick Schreitz not on the session, and so it should be Andrew Hoffman on pole for this race.
Great. Thanks for that, mate. Andrew Hoffman, okay. Well, yeah, I'm anxious to see how it's gonna fan out. I'm pretty sure the fast guys in the back are gonna be pretty much willing to take any opportunity to get to the front. So they're probably gonna be much more aggressive than in the previous race. Although they have to be pretty careful, because we saw in the last race, as just one tiny mistake can just end your race. We've seen a couple cars for which it happened. Among them is obviously Johnny Brandon, who was running in second, and well, he had a chance to go to take P1 from McLeay, but then took the bus stop wrong and hit the wall.
Yeah, for sure. I think we will have two big spots on the first lap. Is the turn 1, of course, and the bus stop at the end of the first lap. It's gonna be pretty congested and pretty difficult to pass these two areas, I think.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. I mean, turn 1 is going to be probably the hardest. Everyone's going to arrive there full speed, or maybe not full speed, but pretty fast anyways. And yeah, let's see how it goes. It was pretty tame on the last one. Now that it's reversed, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, apologies, everybody. I was having problems with making a connection, but I'm back to create some problems for you guys. So here I.
No worries, bro. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Bill.
Thank you. Well, looks like the practice session is over.
It is, and we are going to be gridding for the round 8 of the V8 THC Sprint Series. sponsored by Racetech New Zealand.
Racetech just really came out with a neat head restraint seat that I saw. Very, very innovative, very interesting.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, that's interesting.
Well, a lot of the other companies use this like steel structure or aluminum structure, and they put pads on it. This looks like one big piece of some kind of high density, impact foam or something. Pretty interesting.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think we're gonna go to the green flag right now. Or do I got a minute? I still have a minute. No, I don't. And here we go. Green flag racing in a second.
Green flag.
There you go, 15 times 600 horsepower. Loose on the track. Ooh. As McKnight take the lead here. No problems so far. And we got all kinds
Who
of
is that?
side-by-side going.
Lane O'Connor's in second?
Yep, you're correct. Lane O'Connor is second. And then
Steve LaValle's third. And our own Clyde Whiting is in fourth.
That's right. Let's go, Clyde. He was unfortunate on the last run. He got hit on the first lap.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he's going to have a better one this time around.
So far, we got a pretty clean start. Johnny and George in the back of the pack are already battling with each other.
Oh yes.
George has the better of them at the moment.
Looks like they're going to have the run on Gary Croft, with the two of them making the draft. Whoa, Johnny. Oh, okay. Oh, nice move by McLeod there, going on the inside.
Yep.
I'm sorry, yeah, it's Richard Warmingham.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Johnny's
a couple of cars ahead, yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's actually ahead of George at the moment.
Going into turn 1. McKnight still in pole. I mean in P1.
What do you think, JP? You think this is no hold barred right on this race?
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think that it's risk and reward, you know? If you want the results, then you have to...
Sure, for sure. Johnny Brandon's putting a move on Harold
look at him.
Stadler.
Jeez, wow. Almost lost it coming into turn.
Oh, somebody's off. Our Seb Talagron. Back on. Looks okay, no damage.
Good, he's still in the race. Still close to the other cars. He's still there. Good for him.
Doing fine.
He's going to be able to keep up with Ronald Moons on the straight. So that's good. As Johnny Brandon tried to take the outside of McLeod there on the banking.
I think that's Harold Stadler, I believe, isn't it?
And you're right. I'm wrong again. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Same looking car. Oh yeah, Lane O'Connor, very close to Jamie McNutt.
Very close. Having a look, putting some pressure on. That's good to see. Yeah, Brandon just passed Clyde Whiting. I'm pretty sure McLay is going to try everything he can to get him as well.
Come on, Clyde, make that car wide. Oh, Clyde's pretty
Did a
wide,
mistake.
by the way. I didn't say go wide, I said make it wide.
You have to be more specific, mate.
Yeah, sorry.
And the battle is now between Johnny Brandon and Harold Stadler. Brandon having a run here. Okay, fair fight. Fair fight from both drivers.
Absolutely.
They know it's early race. It's early in the race, so not trying anything too fancy. Oh yeah, Clyde very close to McLay. Look at him trying to move. Go on, mate, you can do it. Going into turn 1.
Yeah.
I did good, but yeah.
Wow, uh-oh!
Rich. Oh.
Johnny got into Stadler.
Oh yeah.
Spun him around.
Yeah, looks like we got a little racing incident there. They were pretty close, so.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. That's a tough place, too, because the road narrows up real quickly.
Indeed, yeah, you're right.
Well, now we got three XVR cars, nose to tail.
Yep. Coming in the back straight, and the top 9 is pretty close together, Bill.
Yes, it is. You know, JP, it amazes me. When we started in this league, there was a big disparity between front and back, but you can see a lot of people are getting closer as far as being competitive. That's a really good sign.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember the old days when there was no one in the front except for Tony Kloosterman, who was miles away from everyone else. And if you look at it nowadays, there's battles everywhere. It's pretty tight all the way until the back of the field.
I can remember the days, JP, when you'd park on the side of the road and wait for me. I was so slow.
Oh, well. Yeah, the trouble was when he was doing your barbecue things.
Yeah. That's a nickname I'm never going to lose, I'll tell you. I've been called worse things, but that's another story. Okay. Looks like Johnny Brandon's closing in on Jamie McKnight.
Yeah.
And George McClay's got a couple XVR cars to get by till he's close to Johnny Brandon.
That's pretty impressive as well. He's gotten from third to last to second in 4 laps.
Well, I don't think he was real happy with his first race, do you? I think he's trying to make a statement in this one.
You think so? Yeah, that could be.
Yep.
That could very well be. Oh, I think McKnight's having issues. He blown his engine. Oh no.
Yep. Sure enough.
Oh, that's a shame. No. Oh, the poor lad.
What the heck?
That's the second one we see, don't we?
Yeah, it's really strange.
Yeah, those corners are kind of hard because if you downshift a little bit too quick, sometimes
exactly.
if you rev it too much, then
That's
yeah,
the
go
way
on.
it looked too. He was coming into the bus stop. You're right on there, JP. I think you're correct on that one.
Anyway, we got now quite the battle for the top 4, top 5 even, with Warmingham being real close to them. Oh, side by side and door banging out there with George McClay and Steve Levalet. They're okay, they're carrying on. And such a shame for McKnight. I was just gonna say, you know, McKnight is not gonna just give Brandon the win on a silver platter. You know, he's gonna fight for it, and he's got
Absolutely.
the skill to do it as well. Ah well.
Like you're saying, he wasn't going to lay down. That's for sure.
Okay, now McClay trying to take over. Is it Steve? Yeah, it's Steve.
Steve LaValle, yep.
And he's got it. Good move there. Respectful racing.
Looks like he's got him.
It's not over yet. That's one of the things I like with this track. You know, it's very dynamic with all the draft in the back straight.
Yep.
You have to be very tactic about it. I don't know if that's the right word, but
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. You're right on.
perfect.
Totally agree.
Side by side into turn 1. That's good racing right there. You know, Steve seems to give George a run for his money. That's good to see. And obviously, as I'm saying that, he's dropping back a bit.
Johnny Brandon seems to be slowly moving away from the pack here.
Yeah. He was 0.8 of a second in front of Lane O'Connor last time around. Let's see. We'll see what it is when he crosses the line. Ooh, Gary Croft got a very good run. Oh, on Clyde. Seems to be a little bit of miscommunication there, coming out of the butt stop. And now Gary's got a cracking substream. He's taking the inside. Is he gonna make it? Yes, he is. Good move. Oh, side by side moons with Seb Talagran. And Moon's taking 8th position there. Good move. Good stuff, guys.
Yep.
Oh, is he? Okay, Sam reminded me that Ronald's defending. It's a good battle right there. They both got a good exit from coming on the banking. Here comes Seb. And Johnny just increased his lead 2 seconds now. 2.5 seconds, even.
He seems to be pulling away in Johnny Brandon fashion right at the moment.
Oh, Ronald defending side by side with Seb. Almost clips the inside wall there. Those two are having a good time, I tell you.
Looks like Erling Bomer wants a bit of this too.
Yeah, he wants a big piece of the action as well.
Absolutely.
Ronald still defending.
Oh,
he's sideways going into the turn.
Oh, here comes Erling on the inside.
I've got to say, good job on Sam. He didn't hit him.
Nope, he did an excellent job.
Yeah. And it's a tough thing to do in those cars.
Absolutely.
Fortunately, lost the position, but he can get him back.
And Erling Bomer has gotten by Seb.
And now
We got-
Stadler is getting into the battle as well.
I was just gonna say that. Yep, there he is.
And Ole Christian is not far.
Nope.
Oh, he's got very good exit. What's going on with Seb at the moment? Does he have a slowdown or what?
I don't know. It looks like he's got a problem. He really backed off.
Yeah. Must be a slowdown, I think.
Might be.
Must have cut the bus stop or something.
I was gonna say I didn't see him do anything crazy.
Ooh, Moon's making a small mistake.
Uh-oh.
That gives the opportunity to Burma to take the position. Good stuff.
Ronald's not giving up. He's after him. Oh, he's side by side.
Oh yeah,
With-
he's like that.
with
No,
Bomer.
not having it, mate. Ooh. And now Stadler is there on the outside.
Sadler says, "I'll take the outside, thank you very much." That's a good battle right there.
It's beautiful. Oh, come on, Ronald. You did that the last time around.
Yeah, well, he was lucky. Bomer went wide.
Yeah.
Here comes Sadler down low.
Although Stadler is there, yeah. And... Okay, we got four cars on the substream now. Slipstream.
Stadler, nice
Ooh.
move.
What a move. What a move from Stadler.
That was excellent.
That was pretty great, yeah, because, I mean, turning and braking on those cars,
That's
you
right.
know what I'm talking about, Bill.
Oh, I
Not an
sure
easy
do.
thing to do. And here comes Burmer again.
Look at this.
This is insane.
This is great.
Yeah.
This could get a little interesting right here.
Nice defending, though, by Stadler.
Wow, they all got through there cleanly. That's a surprise.
I think it's going to be a tough one for Burmer here, because, you know, does he attack? Does he hang back? Because the Ronald Moons is just behind him, so...
Well, exactly. If he tries to go one side or the other and Ronald tucks under on the inside, he could lose a spot right there.
Exactly, yeah, that's... well, that's what happened to Moons a couple of laps ago, actually, so...
What do we got? 1 lap to go? Thank you.
1 lap to go, Sam says.
I heard him. Thank you. Well, sorry, Johnny. We're not paying any attention to you, but we got a pretty good battle going in the back here.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Johnny down the front straight, all by himself. Okay, final lap. Final lap.
Moon's not having the best exit coming out of bus stop. Dropping by a bit, which gives Ollie Christian the opportunity to catch up with him. And now Burmer trying to prepare a move here on Stadler. Not close enough though. It's the last lap, they have to give everything. The tires must be crying. It's 39 degrees Celsius, pretty hot. Oh, Moon's having a moment. It's up in there. Oh yeah. I think he's having trouble downshifting, Bill. What do you think? He's done that 3 times already.
Yeah, I don't know. You would think he would have tried something different by, after the second time, like you mentioned, but good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's hill towing or just
Yeah, it could be.
And Johnny Brandon here taking the lead, taking the win, sorry, on round 2.
Here he comes, no doubt about it. Down the home stretch.
Very well driven by him.
Across the line.
Very
Impressive
nice job.
performance, Johnny Brandon. Good job.
Mike Clay second, followed by Warmingham and Lane O'Connor. Steve Lavallee, P5. Very well done by him as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ronald's on the grass.
There we go. Could be.
Ah, yeah, out of fuel. You're right. Looks like the fuel gauge is not working on his car. Ah, that's a shame for him. Done a great race. Always maddening when this happens to you, well. So, good race as well for this round 2. We had a lot of mid-pack action as well, which is always good. Obviously, Johnny was flying ahead.
Yep, it was a nice battle.
I'm still with Ronald on the broadcast, guys. He's still running, but yeah, I think the time is over, and he will not reach the finish line. It's a shame.
Well, he's sitting on the grass
too
now,
bad.
so I don't think he's gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah, yeah, he's the
Yeah,
end for him.
Yeah, they're showing him 1 lap down, I guess, in the results.
Oh, what's a shame for him. Ronald, if you watch back the stream, next time fill up that baby, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so Sam, do we have the results on stream? Yeah. Bill, you want to go over the final grid?
All right. Well, we'll give it a whack here. Johnny Brandon, of course, came in first. Over 4 seconds ahead of George McClay in second. Rich Warmingham in third. Lane O'Connor in fourth. The XVR guys did a great job with Steve LaValle finishing in fifth as well. Gary Croft sixth. Our own Clyde Whiting in seventh. Harold Stadler. What? I'm sorry.
I was just to say nice result from Clyde there.
Oh, okay. Thank
Sorry,
you.
carry on.
No, that's okay. Harold Stadler in 8th after a little mishap in the beginning. Still came back and finished 8th. Good job, Harold. Erling Bomer in 9th. That was a great battle back there. Ole Christian Unenberg in 10th. Seb Telegrand in 11th. Jamie McKnight in 12th. Andrew Hoffman 13th. And poor old Ronald Moons finished 14th. And Dave Jansen shows him 15th, but I don't think he started that race. So that's the results for race 2. Race 3 ought to be, God, who knows? Could be anything, couldn't it, JP?
Absolutely, you're right. So it's going to be another full reverse grid from the result of this one. So we'll see what Journey can do once again. He's going to start from the very back this time around.
He was very impressive in that race. Boy, he just blasted to the front quickly and just kept right on going.
He was indeed. I'm really looking forward to see what our battle that we had for a few laps with 4 cars, with Moons and Stadler, and that was pretty good. And I'm hoping that they can have a good time again on the next one.
Well, that was a nice, mid pack battle, no doubt about it.
Definitely, yeah.
I just got to notice that race 3 has launched. I don't know. Huh.
Yeah, so we'll end up this one, and we will catch you all in about 15 minutes. GP, Bill, see you in a bit.
Thanks
Okay,
a lot, mate.
Sam,
See you all in a bit.
The director and producer has spoken. We'll see you in 15.
Welcome back, everyone, for the third and final round of this evening. You're still watching the V8 ESC Sprint Series. Thank you for sticking with us, and we hope you enjoy the races as much as we do. I'm still sitting here with Bill Switzer and Sam Buza. Hey guys. So, last race was also pretty good, same as the first one. What's your take on this one, boys?
Well, I tell you, JP, as we mentioned when we were off the air, I'm very impressed with the amount of mid-pack battles and closeness that we have, basically all around the track. It's really a lot of fun to watch, and thought for sure things would be spread out here, but that's not the case. We've got a lot of competition going down here.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, I feel the same. And I think it's awesome to have battles going for 20 laps on this track. And it shows that, well, these guys running the series are really, really good all around the field. And yeah, having this 4 and 5 car battles for like 10 laps on the last race, it's just bring a smile on your face.
Absolutely, you were absolutely correct. It's amazing and really refreshing. It shows you how much better everybody's getting in this league, how much better the competition is, and it's really thrilling. I'll tell you, I just as I mentioned before, I'm impressed, and I can't believe that we're getting this kind of battles at Daytona International Speedway.
That's right, yeah. And we have now evening conditions for this last race. The track is much more cooler than the last one, 25 degrees Celsius. So, what do you think, Bill, about the tires? Will the grip will the grip be there a lot more than the previous one?
That's a tough question to answer. I don't know. I've been, as I said, very surprised at about a lot of things that have happened. But I think the coolness will help the tires last a little better. And of course, at nighttime things change, though. You know so we don't really know what's going to happen, obviously. But I don't think it's going to be much different than what we've seen already. I think it's going to be close racing, going to be hard racing, and I'm really looking forward to it, JP.
Cool. Yeah, as you was mentioning earlier, I'm looking forward to see another battle with Stadler, Moons, Burmer, Ole Christian, and Seb. We'll see how these guys. Maybe some of them want some revenge or some more fun. Depends how you put it.
You know, it was like it was nice to see that kind of tough, intense battling in 8th or 9th position. That was impressive. They did a great job.
Yeah, it's always good to see, isn't it? Okay, Sam's having issues with with all kinds of insects apparently. It's alright, we'll carry on. I don't think I can message the drivers or anything, but can somebody remind maybe Ronald to put some fuel in the car, please?
Yeah, our friend Ronald Racing in Socks surprised he ran out of fuel, but too bad.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Of course he did. Just saying that because he did an awesome race. He had a very good result on the last one as well, if I remember correctly. So Ronald, well, he's been with us since the beginning, and he was, as I remember, he was hanging in the lower half of the field, and I see that he has improved a lot, and that's really good to see.
Yeah, he was one of the original guys and kind of disappeared a little bit for a while. I'm glad to see him back. He was always fun to race against. Very courteous driver, and you definitely hit it on the head. He's doing a heck of a lot better. Has improved immensely. Looks like we're getting ready for a start almost.
Yeah, I think he did this because he want to start from the pole for this race.
Hey, there you go, Sam.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
That was very creative. I didn't even think of that.
All right, we're about to go green flag. Let's see if Ronald can have a win this time. And there we go. Oh, not the best start for Seb Talagran, dropping a position already. As we go into turn 1.
Big bunch near the back of the pack.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Wow, they all got through there. Wow.
Everybody's through. No drama so far. We got side by side between Seb and Ole Christian. Oh, what happened to Ben Galay?
I don't know.
Oh, he hit the wall. He hit the wall on turn 2.
Did he?
Yeah. Lost the rear, hit the wall on turn 2. And I think he's parked the car, right? Yeah. A shame for him. That's
That's too bad.
his first race of the evening. First and last, obviously. Okay, going back to the action. We got side by side here for the front. Jamie McKnight getting the run on Moons. Looks like Moons let him go. It's still early on in the race. You don't want to do anything stupid. Johnny Brandon getting the run on Warmingham. I think Lane O'Connor in position 10 is going to try and move on Whiting. Or not.
Yep. Coming down. Nope.
Oh!
Oh!
Big trouble for McKnight. Oh, what happened?
Well, he spun out really violently. I don't know what happened.
I can't get the replay for some reason. Ah, netcode. That was netcode. He got hit by Moons. Good bit of netcode involved in that one. That's unfortunate for him. But now, it gives Moves a good chance of having a very good result here. Because that's McKnight out of the way. Behind him is Ole Christian, whom he was battling earlier on in the race. So we know that these two have kind of matching pace.
We got the same players, don't we? We got Seb in there, and Harold Stadler. Look at that.
Oh, and Gary Karp. Oh, I'll tell you guys, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is good right there. Ooh, yeah, slight touch for Clyde. He's still side by side with Johnny. No, Johnny made it. Good racing from both drivers. We're gonna try to have Clyde in the booth with us during this race. Should we try and do it now? Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait for the next time. Oh, look at the front! Look at the front! Oof! Ooh, woo, woo, woo.
My goodness!
God, this is amazing. Look at that. How they do not touch each other. I have no idea. And we almost got 3 wide in turn 3.
Look at that. Incredible race.
That's beautiful. Moons
Wow.
does not let go. And Stadler, okay, he had to back out a little bit. Sensitive thinking there. Oh, Brendan.
No, that's that's Gary Croft that went around.
Yeah, he got hit by Brendan.
Oh, did he? Oh.
Yeah, Brendan just broke a bit late there. He probably didn't see that the other cars were in front.
That's too bad.
But that's his second victim today. Okay, now... Okay, Moon's back on P3, having a look there on Ole Christian. That's not good enough, unfortunately.
Oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
they came together there, but no foul. No harm.
Yeah, a little bit of side panel rubbing. Nothing too bad. He did even apologize for this.
And Seb Talleyrand's kind of moving in on Ronald on the outside there a little bit, coming down the front straightaway.
Oh, this is good. This is good, boys. Look at that. Seb's got a cracking run.
He's got an excellent run. Yeah. Oh. Ronald easy.
Excellent job,
Whoa,
Ronald.
wow.
On the absolute limit there.
And Ronald
Oh,
came out
oh.
in the first position.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, and Maclay. Oh no, Maclay tripped on the brake. On the brake.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he was too late and...
Johnny's really pushing to catch up with Ronald. He's very close now.
Indeed he is. Indeed he is. He's gonna want to get that win as well. Get the points in. He's pretty close to Moon, so he still can have the run on him. But interesting to see if he's going to be able to catch Harold Stadler there, because he's got quite a bit of quite a big gap running, like 1.3 seconds on the last lap.
Tuck it.
3.6. Okay, thank you, man. Should we? Okay, I'm just gonna PM him.
Okay, Johnny's side by side with Ronald down the front straightaway. Hold a good line, Ronald. Don't overdrive. Oh, oh boy.
Ooh,
Good,
side by side.
good job, Ronald. Wow. Yeah,
He's
looks
holding
like
in,
Johnny.
holding in. Oh, that's really awesome.
Looks like Johnny got him. Maybe not.
He's giving a lot of room, also
Yeah, he is.
as well.
Yeah.
Journey made the move.
Boy, I'll tell you, nobody's slacking off in this race. They're driving like crazy.
Okay, I was gonna say let's trim Clyde in the booth, but I'm gonna wait until he's on the straight. Don't want him to. Oh yeah, he's battling. Let's see how it goes first.
We can see how well he multitasks.
Okay, let's have him right now. And we've got driver Clyde Whiting in the booth with us right now. Clyde, you okay?
Good evening, guys.
Hey, Clyde.
Hello, Bill. How are you?
Fine. You're having quite the battle out there, huh?
Yeah. Caught in other people's accidents. That's the trouble.
Yeah, too bad.
I was doing all right then. It looks like Gary was turned by Johnny, and I just
Yes,
had
he
nowhere
was.
to go.
That's too bad.
And he wasn't fortunate on the last time, on the first race as well. Got hit on the first lap.
Yeah, I think that was just a mistake by Steve. I don't think there was any intent there, but yeah, we're doing all right. We're where are we at the moment? 9th position. I've got Gary behind me, about to draft past me, I think.
Well,
Let's
Clyde,
see if
so far. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go on.
I tell you, we've been very impressed with some of the battles that we've seen out there. We thought things would get spread out, but we've seen 4 or 5 car packs battling with each other. Very impressed.
Yeah, the draft round this track is massive, so you know you might lose a bit of time on the infield, but you make it up round the oval, so it tends to keep people together.
Yep.
Yeah,
well, it's working.
Absolutely. Mate, I'm kind of amazed that you can drive so close to another guy and be in the interview room with us. So well done on that.
To be honest, I've got nobody really in front of me, and I'm just ignoring Gary behind me.
Like you usually do.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's spun out. Look at that.
See, he should be in the booth. If he's talking, then he wouldn't have made that mistake. Did you catch my little bluff with Steve in the first race on the last lap?
We did see you getting him at the last second.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, we're going to talk about that later, but you're not the only one who done that. That was pretty amazing.
That's the millions of laps I've done round here in the Cup car that has helped with that.
Oh, really? Good stuff, then. Good stuff.
Looks like Steve Lavalle's got a problem in front of me, maybe. Just took a lot of time out of him.
Yeah, somebody spun off in the bus stop. It was an XVR car. I'm not sure who it was, but...
Yeah, could have been Steve. I don't know if he's got any damage or whether he'll just pull away from me again.
I think he just did a loop-de-loo. I didn't see him hit anybody.
Yeah, no, the car seems clean, so he looks good.
I was hoping to take some time out of the new guy, Seb, but he seems to be doing all right at the moment.
I'll tell you what, he's pretty good, mate.
Yeah,
we've watched over him for the last couple of races, and lots of the action he was involved. So that was pretty good to see.
Yep, he's going around there pretty well there, Clyde.
Sorry.
That's the Clyde Whiting almost losing his shit, guys.
That was definitely a Code Brown.
Code Brown.
I'm just so slow out of this bus stop. It's unbelievable. I need to watch the replays and see what the other guys are doing, because I don't seem to have any turn in the middle, which means I'm so late on the accelerator. People are just killing me coming out of it.
Well, it appeared, Clyde, that on the second half of the bus stop coming out, your car is pushing. It almost looks like it's pushing.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, I think everybody does struggle a bit on the bus stop tonight. We've seen a couple of Code Brown's moments as well. We've seen Johnny Brandon lose it and hit the wall on the first race.
Yep.
So
toward the end, yep.
It's not only you.
I think Johnny's hit everything tonight, and everybody.
A couple of cars, yeah.
I think he tried to replace Tony, because Tony is not here tonight.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry, Tony.
Tony watches the broadcast. He's gonna like that one.
Okay,
Perhaps Johnny has borrowed Chris's car.
Oh, maybe. The one with the black windshield, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, and we got back our paddles. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right now, Burmer is trying to get a move on Moons.
Boy, I'll tell you, Stadler's really moving down the highway out there. He's doing really well.
You're right. There's nothing in front of him. He's got clean air.
He's still over 3 seconds ahead of Johnny, too.
Looks like Johnny has a tiny bit of damage, possibly for car contacts earlier. So he might not have the best top speed. It's going to be quite difficult for him to catch Harold with this, I guess.
I'll tell you, Clyde, I'm no driver coach, but that bus stop that time, you looked a lot better going through there.
Yeah, I tried to take it a bit tighter that time to see what would happen, but I think my trouble is I take it different every time I go in there, so I'm not actually learning anything.
Yeah, I hear you.
Whoa! Look at the group. Ronald, Moons, Burmer, and Ollie Christian just, oh no, he's still side by side with Moons.
Oh, those guys are having a heck of a battle.
The battle is not finished, guys.
Nope, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Yeah, Burmer has the lead on this one. Coming up on the banking.
Yeah.
And Ollie Christian doesn't have the best run. That's going to give Ronald the opportunity to catch up with him pretty quickly,
Yeah.
I guess.
Good observation, JP. He was a little slow coming out of there, wasn't he? A little sideways.
It's just the slightest slide, you know? It's so
Doesn't take
critical
much.
on this corner.
Doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much, and with all those hundreds of horsepower you got under the pedal, it's so easy to have a little slide, and you lose so much time out of it.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm impressed with the racing at Daytona with these cars because I thought this was going to be a snoozer, but it's been exciting.
It's been really exciting, to be honest.
Yes, it has.
This race is a little bit more spread out that we expected to see, I guess.
It is.
But still, there's still plenty of cars pretty close.
It's like Johnny's beginning to reel in Harold a little bit. The time difference is down. I come up with
Interesting.
1.7 or so, roughly.
Yeah, you're right. So Johnny's still on it, still trying his best to try and get the position back. Well, not back, but just get P1. He's got a couple of minutes to do it. That's gonna be a tough one. Stadler pretty strong with his driving, not doing many mistakes, and with a clean car as well.
I'm on Steve right now, and he's catching Ronald very fast this lap. Maybe he can try a move on the bus stopper at turn 1.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that. Oh, he's braking early. Most likely preparing the next move. Yeah, getting a good run out of the bus stop. There you go. Oh, who's off there?
That's Bomer.
Oh,
He
Bomber.
went off.
He's off.
They're going to go
yeah.
by him? Wow.
Oh, that's so good.
And whose XVR car is that? Is that Steve LaValle?
It is. Whoa, hard on the brake. This is it, boys.
Wow.
This is the battle right there.
These guys are amazing.
Oh, tire smoke all over the place. Okay, the Valley just went past Moons there. Looks like he's much stronger on braking, especially this late in the race.
Sure. Uh-oh. Attaboy, Ronald.
Come on, Ronald. Don't cock up this one.
Make a good call.
There you go. Good run.
That was better.
Okay, quick look at Croft passes on Clyde.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh yeah, went on the inside. Do you don't want to defend that much tonight, Clyde?
No, I gave him the inside, and if he could get it stopped, then all well and good. And he did. But
Okay.
now he's cocked up, and I'm now going to get him back.
He just touched the wall, yeah.
Oh, 3 ride on the front stretch, bit between Moons, Ulberg,
yes.
Bomber.
Well, you got a draft that time, Clyde.
Yes.
Good job.
Like
Nice one,
that.
Clyde.
Oh, they sorted out, no drama. Oh, he's who's that? Burma really slow there. Was a bit late on the break. He's keeping the position though. That's a great battle. Oh, Moon's all over the place.
Good job there, boss, through turn one. That was a good one.
Looks like most drivers are being very conservative with the tires mid corner. Do you, Clyde? Do you struggle with the grip at the moment?
I struggle with the grip from turn one, mate, so it don't really make much difference to me.
Right. I mean, compared to the previous races.
No, I think this is probably the grippiest race we've had.
Right.
I have been messing with the setup, so whether that's helping, I don't know, but I presume the track's at its coolest tonight.
Okay. Thanks for that, mate. Steve just had an issue coming in the bus stop. I think he's going to have a slowdown there.
Johnny Brandon's really close to Harold Stadler in turn one right now. Probably a car, 2 cars behind him. Uh-oh.
Battle for first. Oh, what's going on with Harold?
The race is over, guys. It was the last lap.
Okay.
That might be it. Okay.
Yeah.
That might be the reason.
Come on,
okay.
car. Come on, car. Come on, car. Come on, car. Yes.
Good job, Clyde.
Nicely done, mate. Nicely done.
Yeah, I switched to the battle for first in the last lap because Johnny catch Harold, and it was just
Yeah.
2 tenths between him for the last run to the line.
For a second.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I didn't get any checkered flag on the screen. I usually get it. That's why I was wondering. Huh.
I don't either, Bill.
I noticed the time was pretty tight, so well, congratulations, Harold Stadler. I believe that's your first victory in this league. Good job, well done.
Well-deserved win for Stadler. We've said this oftentimes. He's a really good driver, and he always had promising performances. We said at the beginning of the broadcast that he was unlucky with some events in the previous races.
Yeah, well done.
So I'm really glad to see him up there and getting this win. That's gonna cheer him up, and well, for us it's awesome to see. Good job, mate.
Absolutely. And Johnny Brandon finished second behind him, very close, less than 2 tenths. Richard Warmingham in third. Erling Bomer in fourth, with our little pack of the 4 musketeers here. Ole Christian Unenberg, Ronald Moons in sixth. Steve LaValle seventh. Seb Talleyrand eighth. Great performance by him with his first outing with the Racetech Euro V8 Supercars series. And our own Clyde Whiting in ninth. Gary Croft in 10th. Andrew Hoffman 11th. Jamie McKnight 12th. George McClay 13th, 8 laps down. Lane O'Connor 10 laps down and 14th. And Ben Goulet from the very first lap, 15th. So that's the finishing order of the third race.
Well, thanks for that, mate. Good job on Stadler again for this win. Pretty interesting event tonight. We had 3 incredible races. I've got to say, for this track, this type of car, and this field size, because we only had like 15 drivers each time. Before we take any interviewees, if there are some, what's your take on these races, guys? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, without saying, JP, it was as I said. I'm amazed and shocked and absolutely thrilled that we had such great battles in all 3 races. Like we mentioned when we were off air, I thought it'd be spread out, and have 1 or 2 of the jet guys way out front and stuff, but didn't really go down that way. It was really a good evening for the V8 Supercars.
Most definitely, yeah, that's for sure.
And we want,
yeah, go on, mate.
and we want to thank Clyde Whiting under pressure driving to give us a little commentary. It was kind of interesting to hear.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you for that, Clyde.
It's not too bad around that track. You've got times to rest.
True, but it's still difficult. I know you're kind of challenged to do more than one thing at a time, so you did really well, Clyde.
Shots fired.
Only kidding, mate. You did a great job.
Okay, boys, we got a couple of guys waiting for interview. Shall I drag Johnny up?
Go for it.
All right. And we got Johnny Brandon here with us in the booth. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Can you hear us?
Evening, I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect. So, congratulations for your win on race 2. Good races all around, I've got to say, and almost battle for the win for race 3. Well, so can you tell us a bit more about that last race? You had the pace to get Harold, or he was almost there. What did you miss? Did something was wrong, or?
No, Harold was just quick. Yeah, race 2 we had a bit of an unfortunate incident. He was, I think he's been taking, I don't know what he's been taking since he's joined Fitstyle, but he seems much more aggressive lately. And yeah, he was. He didn't necessarily do anything wrong, but he went a bit wide. I sort of had to back out of it into turn 1 so that he didn't collect me because I saw him struggling to stop. So I sort of really stamped on him to try and get out the way. And I see him overshoot, and then he sort of come back on in front, and I thought he'd seen me because he was sort of going across. And then he come back a bit, and I went for a gap that wasn't there and clipped him and collected him. So it's a bit unfortunate. So I would have, I did want to beat him in that third race. Not going to say I'm letting him win, but it's probably a little bit of justice there.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, okay.
Well, Johnny, sorry, let me ask you, Johnny, did you miss your NQR guys out there tonight, or what?
Yeah, it's quite funny watching them crash into each other. I missed that.
No, you did it.
No, all jokes aside, it'd be good next week in the main series when everybody's back. I've got a feeling it's going to be very, very close.
Johnny, we were talking on the program between the races about how surprised, especially me, I was very surprised at the groups of cars that were battling with each other. I mean, the first race, you guys up front, I mean, the 3 cars, you, who was it, George and Rich, I believe, God, it was amazing how close together you were, and it was a heck of a battle to watch. It was really exciting. What was your take on that?
Yeah, it was fun. Again, that Fitstyle car is so fast in a straight line on its own, which makes it interesting. I don't know how I dropped it into the wall in the last lap. I don't think I was particularly aggressive over the curb. Didn't really do anything different, and the rear just lit up. So whether I'd have got him at the line, I think he had a slowdown, which allowed Rich to come through and get it. Yep. So, but the race was great fun, though. It was nice and clean.
We were wondering what happened to George because all of a sudden it looked like Rich turned on the nitro or something.
George got a slowdown. I think I went to the outside of George to try and squeeze him on the way into the bus stop. And I had no intention of going past, but it's just trying to put him off his line a little bit.
Sure,
I think that worked, and he got a slowdown on the exit. But obviously I took myself out of the game on the exit anyway. So Richard was there to benefit, which was nice.
Oh yeah, we were thrilled to see Rich win. It's always, I know you and Tony and a couple of the Nicole like to take all the spotlight, but it's nice to see somebody else win for a change. Nothing.
Totally agree.
I'll tell you, we were impressed with a lot of that. The competition out there tonight, and it seems like our league is getting closer. The people are getting better and catching up with some of you guys. So you better keep a good line and keep in practice because they're coming at you, brother.
Yeah, 100%. And this track is, the slipstream's huge around here.
Yeah, that's what Clyde was saying. Yeah,
it's massive. Like, if you need to be a second a lap quicker than somebody to pull away.
Well, I was going to say,
At
when
least.
when you're in the infield, doing your thing, getting around people on corners, you get on that straightaway and up on the oval. Unless you're, like you said, a couple seconds ahead of them, they're right on you.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the top speed of the car. That's why I'm saying that Fitzdyke car was very quick in a straight line. So I'm not quite sure what they've done to that, but that seemed to be all right on its own up front, which was interesting for next week.
Definitely.
But the infield, we were quick. The car's good. So yeah, it was just a bit of fun. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
We kind of noticed too, Johnny, that you seemed to come off the corner a little better than some of the guys that you were battling against. I was wondering if you had like a different gear than they did, but you did a great
you have
job.
to use the longest gearbox, Randy. Otherwise, you're just maxing out on the straight way early. So
are you hitting the limiter if you go up one?
Yeah, you're pretty much hitting the limiter in the maximum gearbox.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So if you get a tow of a couple of cars in front, you'll be on the limiter in the maximum gearbox. So you need the maximum gearbox. I think it's just getting the traction.
Yeah.
Just driving the car. I think I've got to apologise. I think it was Gary Croft in race 3. I think I turned him round as well, which was a bit netcodey. I didn't actually think I touched him, but he went round in front of me, so it must have been me. So apologies to Gary if he's listening.
Yeah, like I said in the broadcast, I think you took the place of Tony in this race by turning out everyone.
Yeah, I never talk about netcode, but it was it wasn't that was a netcode one for me. I thought there was a good couple of feet between us, and suddenly he just started turning around and and I looked up and I had a 4X, so it was me.
It was a bit of netcode, yes.
Well done on your win, Johnny. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
My mum, my dad, my cat, my family, everyone that allows me to do this. My patient girlfriend, Christine, who's probably left. I can't see her, but she's probably gone somewhere. No, thanks to you guys. I'm sure broadcast is great. I'll have a look. Apologies to everybody I had contact with. Thanks to my teammates as usual. It's fun trying to set the car up. It's Immortal Racing Models, VRA. That's it. Really, the usual people. Thanks very much, guys.
Excellent. Thank you, Johnny. We'll let you go and we'll get our race 2 winner in, Rich Warmingham.
We got a winner, a new winner. Rich, can you hear us?
Warmingham, can you hear us?
Hello. Can you hear
Hey,
me?
a new winner, huh, Rich? Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I'll tell you, you were impressive in the first race, especially, Rich. Even after you went across the line first, you held on to those two front guys. We were commenting that you were probably sitting there just waiting for them to kind of bang against each other and you could shoot on by, but you ended up in first place anyway. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, guys. That was kind of the plan, just to kind of sit back and look after the tyres and hope for something. And yeah, the opportunity, I don't know, it was unlucky. I think John just got a little wheel on the grass and put it into the wall, and I think George got a slow down. So yeah, a bit of luck there.
Hey, it's a win, brother, no matter what.
Rich, just a question from me. Your rise up through the V8 ranks since you've been driving with us, what do you put that down to? Is that just pure hard work? Is it teammates helping you? Just for the slower guys out there, what can they do to improve? Because we've seen you go from a mid packer to a constant top 5 and an occasional race winner.
Yeah, cheers, Clyde. I think it's a combination of all of them, really. John's really helpful and Foggy's, the whole team's really helpful with setups, but I think one of the main things is just kind of track time and making sure you hit those practice sessions and do long runs, short runs. So yeah, it's just kind of a combination of all of them really. But yeah, I'd definitely say track time, seat time, and just practice, practice, practice.
Rich, what did you find probably the most important thing with a track like Daytona? It's kind of a wide open track, and a lot of drafting and so on. What did you find you need to improve for next week when the official series comes?
I think a bit more straight line speed would be nice. I think in the draft we weren't as quick as some of the other cars, because the draft round here you can gain an absolute shed load of time. A little bit of straight line speed, but to be fair, the car's really good through the midsection. So
Yeah, Clyde was mentioned earlier that it was a pretty good grippy place. I was kind of surprised to hear that. Did you find that as well?
yeah, I mean, like I say, the setup, I think it was just the nature of the setup, but the car did what it was told in the midsection, and if you were careful on the entry to corners, you could get a nice good exit, and that kind of gave you good speed on the straight. But yeah, I think next week we'll definitely probably try and look for a bit more straight lines.
Okay.
Okay, Rich. Well, congratulations again on your first win. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Well, just you guys, obviously, for the stream. I'll definitely be watching that back after tonight. And just the XVR guys, really, just all helping with setups, and they all give me little pointers on where I can improve. So yeah.
Okay, Rich. Well, thanks for the interview. Well done tonight for your win, and good luck for next week.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Take it easy.
Cheers, Rich. Looks like Harold's mic is muted.
Hello.
Harold Stadler, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello.
Congratulations on the win, man.
Thank you.
Well done, Harold. Well done, matey.
Yeah, second win in the sprint series. Still have to figure it out how to do it in the main series. Hey.
I think that's right around the corner, Harold. You're doing a great job. Your pace is amazing. Your racecraft is excellent. You did a really good job out there tonight, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Well, it was also a bit lucky because I had a quite good start position for race 3. It took a while till Johnny came up. And I guess I already heard his interview in the stream. I think he had a little bit to make up with me.
Yeah.
So, Harold, obviously tonight, 3 20-minute sprint races. Next week, we're back with the Racetech Cup with a 90-minute endurance race. Anything that you've learned tonight that you'll be able to take into next week?
Yeah, I'm still dead slow on the straight. Yeah, that's the main point. I don't know. I heard Johnny talking that he's maxing out the revs even on the longest gear setting. Well, I'm far away from it, so I think there is something to do till next week.
Well, Johnny was actually saying that the Fitstye cars were like rockets on the straight, so he obviously thinks that you're faster than him.
Maybe it's George, because we use different setups up to now for testing and stuff. So maybe George had a faster car on the straights. But I tried his setup. I'm not that confident with his setup, so I went back to use mine, but there is still some work to do for the straight line speed.
And I think as well with the endurance race next week, finishing is going to be more important than speed and wrecking yourself. And obviously with the big draft round here, as long as you're within a second of the guy in front, you can stay with them. So, maybe it is a good idea to concentrate more on handling than speed.
Yeah, of course, that's a good point. So the handling in the infield has to be right. Without that handling, straight light speed is straight light speed. Oh, I can't say that word anymore. Speed on the straights is nothing without a good infield. So yeah, the first handling comes first.
For sure.
Okay, Bill, have you got anything you want to ask Harold?
No, I was impressed with Harold's performance tonight. I think he did a great job, and I even said at the beginning of the broadcast that you keep going faster and faster, and you're going to be a force to be reckoned with in this league. And you kind of proved it tonight in the last race, Harold. Even though you said you were lucky where you start, you still got to be there, and you still have to stay there. And you did it, mate. You did a great job, and congratulations again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, so Harold, second win in the series. Before we let you go, anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, of course, Fitzstyle Motorsports for taking me on board. That's really a great chance for me to work with George, and yeah, let's see what the next two races are, what we can pull off in the next races together. And of course, you guys for streaming and commentating and such for the sprint series.
Yeah, well, I think obviously you're one of the most improved drivers in the league. Getting a win tonight. Rich Warmingham is another one that's improving every race. He got a win tonight, so you know all the hard work and dedication that you guys are putting into it is certainly paying off. So thanks for popping in for an interview, Harold.
I have to thank you for having me here.
That's all right. We'll let you stay for a couple of weeks.
It was our pleasure, Harold.
Okay, so that was our race 3 winner, Harold Stadler. So 9 races down, 7 different winners. Something seems to be working correctly.
You know, what's that tell you? It tells you the competition's getting a heck of a lot better.
Yeah, I really find that amazing, to be honest. And if you look at the 3 races today, 15 drivers, battles all the time, everywhere. It's just incredible.
I'll tell you, I know Clyde was out there battling, but J&P and I were, God, it was really exciting. Every 2 seconds we had to switch back and forth with 4 or 5 car battles. It was really good job.
Yeah, it is one of those tracks, and it does promote close racing with the draft. You know, from driving it tonight, the oval section is nice because you get to relax a little bit. Little bit of a, you know, code brown every now and again with the bus stop, and then you've got the tricky infield section where you know anything can happen. So I like Daytona. I'm dog slow round there, but you know, as a driving experience, it's a very good, very good track, I think.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that it turned out the way it did. I thought the competition was terrific tonight. Even though the car count was a little bit lean, it still made a lot of close racing here and there through the whole pack, so it was kind of fun.
Okay, well, I'll leave it up to you to close us off, JP.
All right, then. Time to wrap this up. 3 awesome races, as we were constantly saying. I'm really looking forward to the next one. The sprint series, but obviously the main series. I'm going to be watching that as well. Thank you very much, Clyde, for staying with us during the race, and more importantly, for organizing all the stuff in the background that people don't necessarily see. And I want to thank you also Sam, for all the broadcast things and the wizardry in the background, and big thanks to Bill for commentating with me today.
And thanks to you guys, of course, our director, producer, head honcho of Easier Racing TV, Sam Buzen. And thanks for Clyde in-car commentary, and of course JP to take the lead. And of course our sponsor, Racetech. I'll tell you, great sponsor, and I'm glad they're with us. And hopefully we can continue with the kind of competition that we had tonight.
Okay, so that's a wrap, guys. We'll be back, or V8 ESC will be back next week with the endurance race, again from Daytona. And on Easier Racing TV, we will see you again in 2 weeks' time with 3 20-minute races from the fantastic Phillip Island. So, good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. You don't want to miss that, so stay tuned. See ya.